TroopzTV, presented by Barstool Sports. We're on to the player ratings segment. We'll start with the man in Gates, Matt Ryan.
I give him an 8, blood. You understand? Because the equalizer come from him, blood. You get me? He didn't put a foot wrong today. You get me? The goal wasn't his fault. Nothing he could do with the penalty. And you get me? He showed intent. You feel me? So Matt Ryan gets an 8 today, blood.
Right back, Hector Bellerin.
Bellerin gets a 4, blood. You understand? He was poor, fam. You get me? He literally made 3 mistakes in 1 minute. He was offering nothing down that right-hand side. All he does is come in and then pass the ball sideways, or he passes the ball backwards. I've had enough, blood. You understand? I've had enough, blood. I want him gone. You get me? He brings nothing to this team, blood. You're making this man the captain, giving him the armband. It's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing. The great captains I've seen wear that armband and lead this team out on that pitch. And now I'm seeing this fraud. I'm not a nah, blood. Free, fam. He's useless.
Left back, Granit Xhaka.
Xhaka, I give Xhaka a 7 today. He's not a left back. You understand? He done pretty well there. He's not going to get forward because he's not that kind of player. But he was solid defensively. You get me? I give Granit a 7 today.
The centre backs. Let's start with Gabrielle.
Gabrielle, I'll give a 4. You get me? The penalty, terrible from him. You understand? Like it was just clumsy. You get me? And he was just giving the ball away. You get me? He had another poor game. You understand? Another poor game from Gabrielle, blood. 4.
His partner, Rob Holding.
Holding, I give a 5. It's an average performance. You get me? Part of the equalising goal, but it didn't really do that. He just kind of got in the keeper's way, innit? But yeah, standard 5 for Holding.
On to the midfield. Let's start with Mo El Nini.
4. He did nothing.
His partner, Danny Ceballos.
Ceballos, I give a 5. It was just an average performance from Ceballos. You get me? Just kept things ticking over, basically.
Then the 3 behind the striker. Let's start with Gabrielle Martinelli.
Martinelli, I give Martinelli a 6. I think he tried the whole game. You understand? He's got that pride about himself. You get me? Where he'll always give 100%. You understand? He was unlucky with them 2 chances. Should have scored them if we're being totally honest. But you get me? I blame that on Arteta because he hasn't had the chance to play. You get me? So he's very rusty. But yeah, man. I give Gabs a 6.
Next man up, Emil Smith-Rowe.
Smith-Rowe, I give a 7. You understand? I think he done better than Martinelli. You get me? It was his ball in that caused all the madness for the equaliser. You get me? And you understand? He tried the whole game. You understand? He was one of the few players that was trying, blood. You get me? And you understand? If we don't fix up, he's gonna leave, blood.
And on the wide right, Bukayo Saka.
Saka, I give a 5 today. I think it was a very average performance from Saka today. You understand? You expect a bit more from Saka. Today, he weren't really at it, blood. You get me? So, it weren't really happening for him in the final third. So, today, it's a 5.
Then the man up front, Alex Lacazette.
Lacazette, I give Lacazette a 6. Him and the front player, they was working all right. You understand? He was doing well in holding up the ball and getting the likes of Martinelli into the game and Smith-Rowe and your Sakas. You get me? The link-up play was good. It's peak now, though, because he's injured, blood. You get me? It's not looking good, fam. You understand? So, pray for Lacazette, blood.
All right, the guys that came off the bench. Let's start with Thomas Partey.
Partey, I give a 6. He brought some strength to the midfield. You understand? He brought a bit of athleticism because there was none of that in the midfield before that. You get me? Getting the ball forward a lot quicker as well. You understand? Because everything was just coming from the wing. When he come on, we had something from the middle as well. So I give Partey a 6.
Next up, off the bench, Nicolas Pepe.
Pepe, I give a 6 as well. He brought intensity to the front line. You understand? He was causing problems when he come on. You understand? Maybe he should have started, blood. You get me, after that great performance, but he was tired. He might have been tired. We do have Everton on Friday, but you get me. I give Pepe a 6 today.
And then last but not least, Nketiah.
Nketiah, I give a 7. You get me. Goal. It was a poacher's goal. You get me. His kind of goal, Fox in the box. You understand? He would have probably got an 8 if he never celebrated like a wallet. You get me. So it's a 7 for Eddie today.
Then the referee.
The referee, I give a 0. You get me. I just give him a 0, blood. You understand? There's angles I've seen on the Lacazette offside on the first disallowed goal. There's been angles where I've seen he's onside. You get me? But the angle they showed us, he was offside, so I'm not even going to complain about that, innit? You get me? So I'll give the ref a 0 today.
Then last but not least, Arteta.
Arteta, I give a 3. Game management was shocking. You get me? You can't let Fulham, 18th place Fulham, come here and get a draw, blood. You understand? And it's the 96th minute that we're equalising, blood. You get me? If we was winning up until the 96th minute and they equalised, then you get me. It's still a bad result, but it's a bit different than fucking we're the ones chasing. You get me? After all them chances as well, over 12 shots, only 2 on target. It's not good enough, blood. You get me? Game management, he sits there too long to make the change. Then he wants to throw bare man on at once. You get me? Like his fucking FIFA or something, blood. Like, he needs to fix up, bro. 3 for Arteta, blood.
Boom. That's the player rating segment.